You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation, or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Relic? This is about the artifact, isn't it?
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand!
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
What's going on? Why are you two arguing?
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
Stop this. No sense in us fighting with each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
I agree with Shadowheart. The artifact is protecting us. We need it with us.
You hear that, Lae'zel? It's called common sense.
Tisk. You seek reason in dishonor.
So, any ideas on how we settle this?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel, come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Shadowheart, stop. You don't have to do this.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Cooperate, Lae'zel. For your own sake.
Surrender? A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Food hungry.
I have food. Would you like it?
Want bite?
Go ahead, eat.
Food. Eat more!
Careful. Once that thing's eaten through the camp, it might start looking at you hungrily.
No! Run!
I'm not chasing after it, if that's what you're thinking.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's, well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking. And I've been doing just that.
What about?
It's about Wulbrin. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him. The problem is this: a preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer. I'm not sure I should trust Wulbrin's fate to, well, me.
I'm destined for Moonrise Towers. I could look for him.
You've done so much already. I'm hesitant to prevail upon you again. But I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time. You'd do it then. You'd look for him.
I will.
That's very decent of you. Thank you. There's something else you should know. Something I can no longer ignore. I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder, but do you know what it truly is?
Other than a valuable explosive? Perhaps not.
Until very recently, I thought rune powder was a myth. A substance so powerful it could fell a city. A nation. The Ironed Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession.
What do they want with it?
Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbren will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly.
I'll find your friend, and together we'll stop the Iron Hand gnomes.
I'd kiss you, but neither of us deserve that. Thank you.
What can you tell me about Moonrise Towers?
I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so. I did hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Dwergar, who mentioned it, sounded truly traumatized. It was almost amusing.
There's something else I'd like to discuss.
Like what?
Your smoke powder bombs. Are you an alchemist?
Alchemist? Tinkerer? Adventurer? Curmudgeon? I wear many hats. Most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for noticing.
Tell me a little more about yourself.
Barkus Root is my name. Baldur's Gate is my home. Back in the city, I offered my expertise to the highest bidder. I was quite popular, too. I'm not picky about my customers.
What will you do if Wulbren is dead?
I suppose I'd be very, very sad. Then, after a while, I'd find whoever killed him and put a smoke powder bomb in their trousers.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
That's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes.
Speak.
About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
That's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
You wish to speak?
I found the stronghold in the Underdark you mentioned, a place called Grimforge.
Impressive. Most would quake at the mere thought of delving that far into the Underdark. What did you find?
Absolute followers, but that's about all.
Keep looking. If they're present, then it's likely there's a route to Moonrise somewhere. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely, but if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
You're still faring well at camp, I hope?
With such stimulating company? Never better.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
Thanks again for offing that drow. Only made it here because of you. But I can't stop thinking about the rest of us. Stuck in Moonrise with a bunch of sadists. Poor bastards.
We've had some rest.
No need for me to ask how you fared. Some of my kin have already made it here, safe and sound.
It's past time we were back in the city. But if you find yourself there, call on us. The Ironed Hand Gnomes are good friends to have.
Your leader is still locked up in Moonrise Towers.
I heard about Wulbren. But the cause is bigger than any one of us. You've made sure his work is done, even if he's not there to see it. He'd be grateful.
Peacebringer, be at home.
I've brought you Nia's head.
The drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
We've had some rest. Maybe we can still go back to the others. No.
Blood hurts.
You're hurt. Let me see.
Look, cut.
Hold still. I'll make it better.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Good. No hurt.
How did this happen?
Teeth, claws, bigger.
You fought something bigger than you. Why?
Strong. Fight. Win.
Take on something closer to your own size next time.
Too big. Wait.
Strong. Show you.
The little beast's quite charming once you get accustomed to the smell of rotting flesh.
Hello. You are not food. You are friend.
You like it here, huh?
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin coat smells like goblins.
Looks like I'm stuck with you.
Yes. Fun. Ooh, more.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What have you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
So, have we buried the hatchet, Lae'zel?
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
It's a metaphor.
I do not know your metaphor, but if you need help digging, I will find a shovel. Feed if you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
I do so very like spicy food.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
Damn thing could blot out the sun.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
You go a lifetime without seeing one, and then they won't stop pestering you.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham!
What's the matter?
What? Apart from the dragon? Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is.
Who are you?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around.
Seems you have good survival instincts. Maybe you should join me instead.
What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Rag! That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A Creche must be near. Come, my kin await.
The dragon incinerated those soldiers. Surely this isn't safe.
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
Kithrak, we must speak.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Go ahead.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Vos, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks is the same one the Absolute's followers are hunting. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicions cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Take word to your Creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Play along.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Damn it all!
You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The Creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
There must be more to the artifact. You were sent to take it. You must know why it's so important.
I only know what I know. I was ordered to retrieve it, and that's what I intend to do. The rest is immaterial to me.
If the Gith are looking for that artifact, then we may have something valuable on our hands. And it's a powerful weapon to boot. Things are starting to look very interesting.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Yule, son of Gara.
Yule? Then you are Zaru's friend.
Fellow scout. Druid's Grove.
Were you and Zoru scouting alone?
Yes. Zoru fled. Left me to fight.
Where can I find the Gith Creche?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
What were you doing here?
Seeking path. Baldur's Gate.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Wait. These markings. Tirsu script scratched in the ground. A creche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once.
Tirsu script, you said. What does that mean?
Githyanki writing. Every word a wheel, every letter a spoke. The most powerful texts are engraved in slate. Some so ancient, only the most erudite Gish can read them.
How do I know I can trust your people?
You don't have to trust them, only to trust me. I have not failed you yet, and I have no intentions of it now. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true.
Come, let's get to the creche.
Very well, you may lead. But if we stray too far that our chance is lost, I'll make my way there alone.
Yes? Who goes there?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Looks like a monastery to Lathander. What's your problem with the God of the Dawn?
Oh, I mean no offense to the Morning Lord. I simply prefer when his monasteries aren't overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards, but stupid. Kchoki.
Your charming companion would call it a creche, but it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
You tried to buy one of their children?
What? No, of course not. I was merely... well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
My friend is right. What you suggest is revolting, and you need to die.
At last. Hatazith!
I knew I was right about you beasts.
That was tough. This can't have been used in a while.
Please don't remind me. But keep your guard up with her.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the Creche on high alert.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Corliss. Undertomb. Novice of the Absolute.
What do Githyanki want with cultists?
Searching. Hunting. For weapon.
Why were you so desperate to run?
Scared. Heard bad things. Yankee. Torture.
What do you know about this weapon?
Nothing. Was telling the truth. Didn't know anything.
Where are you from?
Little house. Under a hill. Somewhere. Don't remember.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So the Githyanki aren't fond of the cultists. Could be a good thing.
Within the artifact, a feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki. They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly!
Stand down, Gish. Is it not Vlaakith's command to welcome her faithful?
I expected no visitors, faithful or otherwise. Why have you come?
You Githyanki hate Illithid. I have proof that they're invading. We need your help.
We are aware, and it is dire. But of late, we've been distracted. Perhaps the news you bring will change Inquisitor Wawagaz's mind. Seek the Inquisitor within. Step lightly, Istik. He's not known for his lenience.
I would be more concerned than excited.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon. The search must be going badly.
This place is enlightening. My own creche, Creche, is remote and sunless, cloaked in the silence of wild space. My Savage would find this one altogether too genial.
Honestly, I don't love walking into a den of killer Gith warriors. Especially not with the you-know-what's still wriggling in our heads. The Gith probably think decapitation is a perfectly reasonable cure.
I can't believe I'm actually venturing into a Gith stronghold again, voluntarily. This had better pay off.
Whatever happens, we'll be able to manage.
I've seen them at work before. I wasn't alone in my mission. All those who were sent with me were slain by Githyanki blades. They must want that artifact back badly if they're dispatching red dragons in pursuit of it. But we cannot afford to lose it. I wish I'd never been sent on this mission.
It seems to be important to your Mother Superior.
Yes. And she acts as Lady Shah's voice amongst mortals. She must be doing the Night Singer's bidding. I just don't know what it all means. All will be revealed in due time, I hope.
Then would be punished severely,
Really? This place is as tight as a patriarch's purse.
Kachuki! We are training to fight Gink. You think they will hesitate?
They won't need to if we keep killing each other for them. It's stupid!
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
Leave the boy alone. You made your point.
I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik. You are well on your way to being gate food. Do better! What is it? These insufferable interruptions are distracting from my lessons.
Your lessons are reprehensible.
I do what is necessary and no worse than our enemies would do. Our warriors must possess strength and skill far superior to any spawn from this putrescent plane. You will learn this firsthand, Istik, when we finally come to claim it for our own.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone talk the Savage down from a rage like that. He's always telling us how we have to be ruthless, that death is the only mercy we deliver. But you showed compassion and kindness. You're just like... Never mind.
Just like who? If there's a like-minded soul here, I'd love to meet them.
I speak of Orpheus, the true prince. He's so strong and wise, and he rides a comet. A comet! We're forbidden to talk about him. They say Vlaakith knows if you even think his name. I found his book. Part of it anyway. I read it all the time. He's unbelievable.
Where did you get this book?
A group of warriors came, outsiders, on a mission for Vlaakith herself. Savage Kethk made us clean their armor, and I found it inside one of the breastplates. Wish I knew who it belonged to. I have so many questions. Hopefully, one day I'll find them.
Sounds like quite the book. Can I have it?
You want... but... I...
You endanger yourself by carrying this around. It must be disposed of.
Fine. Take it. It's so stupid we can't read it. It's just a story. It's not even true. I'll do my best to forget what it said. Thank you for taking it.
We must scout the Creche. The Purifier, the safest, will be in the infirmary.
The Creche training room was illuminating. Are Gith instructors always so brutal?
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
For what reason? Rage? Entertainment?
Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
What can you tell me about this disc I found?
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but there's a common speech translation beneath, carved in a different hand. It's a story about Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Who's Orpheus?
A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it.
You'll bear it just fine. Tell me what it says.
Very well. I will read it to you. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince. There's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared that Vlaakith should be queen. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
And if it's true, it sounds like Vlaakith betrayed Gith and seized the throne.
She did nothing of the sort. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it.
No hesitation!